Now, let's get those tweets.
Hit the line.
Woo.
Oh, that is priceless.
That was great. Welcome to.
You know what's funny though? So before we actually get into this, I had someone ask me if you are wasted when we do these shows. Believe it or not. I was like, no, for the Saturday night.
Saturday night?
Yeah. So my sister's birthday. So one of our family members was like, is Kelsey like wasted when you guys do these? And I was like, no, not. I mean, not that I know of. I don't think she is. But I mean, you never know.
I wish I was. No, I'm just really bubbly and crazy sober.
Yeah. Sure. Anyway, hello.
Welcome to Ginger Thread Pregame Show.
Yes, Flyers, Sabres, game 2 of the back-to-back kind of thing, but not really back-to-back because they had a day of rest. Nonetheless, game 2 of the 2-game series, Flyers, Sabres, come from behind overtime win the other day. Very frustrating game, and things have only escalated since then. Why is that, Kels? Because, well, Shane Gostisbehere was put on waivers yesterday.
Waivers. I literally saw that, and I was like, is this a sick joke right now? And then my thinking was that, like, someone was going to pick him up right away, but then there was just, everyone was like, he's going to clear. But I'm like, if he clears, then he's literally going to be, taxi squad? There's no way he's going to be playing with the Phantoms.
So my original thought was like, what the hell is going on right now? What's happening? Why? And then after realizing why they were doing it, I understood the move. And while it was a risk, it made sense that Ghost wasn't claimed because he's got a big cap hit. He still has years left on his contract. And listen, I mean, if you send somebody else down like that, if you put someone else on waivers, Myers, Sanheim, you're obviously not going to put Provorov on there, right. Even Braun, those guys are all most likely going to get claimed at some point.
Right.
So it was a more or less of a risk by putting Ghost down there. Obviously, it is a little frustrating because he hasn't been the worst defenseman for the Flyers. Right. And now we have one of the guys that has been one of the worst defensemen in the lineup tonight in Erik Gustafsson. What Erik Gustafsson are we going to see? Who knows? But what also is frustrating with that too is Sam Morin has now just gotten back to playing defense, and he had a solid partner with Ghost, and I think that pairing was doing pretty well, and now you've ruined that. Yeah. Now you got to put Morin with someone else. Is it going to work? We'll see. But it was a very interesting 24 hours for the Philadelphia Flyers. Obviously, at this point, most of you all know, Shane Gostisbehere cleared waivers, still a Flyers member as of now, does give them a little more cap flexibility for a potential trade in these next coming days, weeks. It was just strange to see that. And I mean, I know this year has been very different with the waivers because of COVID and the tight cap constraints where, guys that typically wouldn't be sent to, the minors pretty much aren't going to be getting claimed because of those reasons. So That's what happened with Ghost. Still a Flyer for now. You should never know with the trade, but we'll see what happens. Things got even more interesting today with the Flyers, which this was one of those things. I know you are very upset.
I'm not a fan of this at all. They got to go.
I get it. I'm not a fan of it, but I understand the move. So Nolan Patrick, Oscar Lindblom, both more than likely not in the lineup tonight, barring any very late last-minute changes.
Oh, no, they already said that they're out.
They did say they're out officially, right? Okay. So, yeah, those two guys out of the lineup. Your guy, Carson, going to be in the lineup tonight, along with, oh, my God.
Connor Bunnaman.
I could not think of his name for some reason.
I like Bunnaman. I think he was doing good beginning of the season. So I don't see him. I see him just jumping right back in. Like, it's no big deal. The other one, on the other hand, I'm not a fan of. He hasn't got much playing time to start with. He needs to cut his hair.
That's what you care about.
Yeah, I'm just not a fan of him.
Okay. I mean, I get it.
And a part of me, I like understand, like, we've always like talked about like Nolan's not stepping up, and then like you're saying like he should be pretty back, but I'm always saying like if you're giving him crap, you should give Oscar crap because they kind of were out the same time. So I understand why like kind of like they're both out, whether it's just like for body recovery or to like prove to them, hey, like, yes, we know you skipped not skipped, but you missed a whole season. Like, this is your time. Regroup yourself because we know what your potential is and you're not there yet. So I get it.
No, I mean, absolutely. These guys it's basically a reset for them, which the Flyers have for the first time, I believe, since the end of February. They will have back-to-back days off, which has not been a thing. So they're off tomorrow, they're off Friday, back in action against the Islanders on Saturday. So it's going to be nice because these guys are now going to get away, no practice the next 2 days for either of them, I believe. So you guys, a nice little reset for both the young guys and two guys that went through a lot in the past year and a half. I think it'll be good for them. I think they'll both bounce back. I mean, we've already seen Oscar get sat once before this year. It's benefited him. He came back and scored a couple goals in a couple games. Nolan Patrick, I'm a little more against this one because he's starting to play really well.
Yeah.
And granted, he may have had a bad game the other night against Buffalo, but he also didn't see the ice the entire third period. Right. Again, I get it. And these guys are seeing them on a more consistent basis than we are, or up close and personal, I guess I should say. Mm-hmm. So the Patrick one was a little more confusing to me, but I understand it at the same time. Don't really care for either of the guys coming into the lineup, being completely honest.
Same.
I would be okay if they got barely any ice time tonight. I think you'll see them play in the first period a little bit. You'll see them in the second period, but I would be okay not seeing them again in the third period. Yeah. Or seeing a lot of them in the third period because the Flyers are up like 5-0. If that's the case, absolutely. But this is a Buffalo team that was up 3-0 on us the other day. Correct. Because of another typical Flyers slow start. And AV relied on his veterans in the third period, and they were able to get the comeback and pick up the win in overtime, thanks to Ivan Provorov on a great play by El Capitan, the captain, Claude Giroux. And while it was frustrating, they do have a 2-game win streak right now.
Yes.
And you got to build off that. You got to build off that. This needs to be game 3 tonight. This is the third game of this 3-game winning streak that's going to be skyrocketing us up the standings. At least in my opinion. That's what I'm hoping for, obviously.
We're all hoping that.
But those are the big stories coming into tonight, other than the fact that we almost lost to this team the other day, which is I would like to not think about.
Crazy, but yeah. Let's hope that this is kind of more motivation for them to get the game rolling, and that they play the full 60 minutes. And I think that's something that they have struggled with, is not being able to. And especially like the first period, like I feel like they're like little kids like in the field just like playing with butterflies. like it's just they're not doing anything, and I think that is kind of frustrating as fans to watch. And then it's like second period still nothing, and then that third period is when they actually decide they start playing. And I just would like to see a full game where they're playing the whole time.
Yeah, I'm with you. I just want to see a dominant performance. Like, just go out and do what you're supposed to do against this team. Like, Buffalo's not good. They've lost now 18 in a row.
Yeah.
Please just make it 19 and let's do it without any issues. Get off to a good start. Put up a couple goals in the first 2 periods. And then, in the third period, fine. Go ahead. Sit back a little bit. put your fourth line out there, let them control the game and go from there. But I would like to just be up a few goals going into the third instead of the other way around when we're down 3 goals going into the third. It would be a nice change of pace, you know? It'd be nice to be sitting here enjoying the Flyers game instead of stressing the entire time. Because it's frustrating enough when you're stressing about the good teams in those games. But now with the bad teams, like this Flyers team last year, they had no problem beating up on the bad teams. We never had to really worry about that. They were doing what they were supposed to do. It was more like, oh, wow, this team's actually doing what they're supposed to do for once.
Right.
And now this year we've fallen back into it where they're not doing what they're supposed to be doing and beating the teams they're supposed to be beating.
Yeah.
Granted, I know it's a new, crazy, wild year. Figure it out, though, okay? Let's get back to where we were. Please.
Right. Because you have other teams that are dominating, and you can't say, like, we can't be one of those teams.
Right. 100% with you. Now, Buffalo, this is I don't know how to think about them for tonight, because there's 2 ways that they're going to look at this coming into tonight's game. Mm-hmm. One, they had a 3-goal lead they let slip away.
Right.
And now they're like, well, damn. I mean, we had this team and we just blew that game. So they're either going to come in like down on themselves, or they're going to try and spin it, which I don't know how the hell they're going to do that, having lost 18 in a row and then blowing a 3-goal lead in the third period. If they're able to even muster up any confidence to be like, oh, well, we did have this team down 3-0, you know, we should be able to beat them.
Yeah.
But hopefully that's not the case.
So breaking news. Flyers
what
have
did you
signed.
See before I didn't?
They signed Cam York to a 3-year level entry contract.
Love to see that.
Mm-hmm.
Love to see that. And it begins this season.
Yeah.
So,
because
I'm not saying
Michigan, right? And Michigan unfortunately had the COVID outbreak.
They had to withdraw from. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So, is there a defenseman?
I'm not saying it's happening. But I'm also not saying that we don't see Cam York in a Flyers jersey in the next couple of weeks.
Yeah.
I'm all for it at this point. They literally got nothing to lose on defense.
Right.
I'm not going to sit here and say the dude is ready for the NHL. Did he dominate this year? Yeah, he had a great year in the college season.
College and in what team? USA?
The World Juniors, yeah.
Yeah,
for World Juniors.
You can't say like he hasn't had an off season. He's been playing nonstop. He was the captain of the team, of Team USA?
Yes.
Right? Mm-hmm. And he won an award. Like, let's do it. At this point.
Can't be worse than what we already have.
Correct.
And if it is, we have the excuse where he's only, 19 years old, I think?
He's 20 now.
Is he 20 now?
He's 20.
Exactly. I say bring him in, see what he can do. I really do think, and this is obviously a lot of bias going into this opinion, but from what I've seen from him, I think this kid's going to be a stud, and he is going to look very good paired with Ivan Provorov.
Oh, I would be about it. Because Ivan now is not a rookie
He's
anymore.
A veteran.
He's a vet. Like, he knows what he's doing. Kid's crazy. And
hasn't missed a game in his NHL career, by the way. I don't think people are talking about that enough. Ivan Provorov in, what is it now, year 4?
Uh-huh.
Year 4, something like year 4 or 5, whatever it is. He has not missed a game. A single game.
That's crazy. Good for him. Keep it up. Snap.
Right? Like, that's freaking impressive.
This is probably why people are like, is she drunk? She's snapping. Wow, that's impressive. But yeah, let's do it. Let's have Cam York be paired with Ivan and get this game rolling.
Like I said, I'm all in. I would love to see Cam York on this team like tomorrow. Like, if he wants to play it on Saturday's game, by all means.
Right. And
come on.
Listen, another ginger to add to Ginger Thread. Maybe we can have him on the pod.
Yeah.
Like,
Cam, listen, if you want to come on and talk about the contract, we're here.
We're here for you.
So I'm for it. If he wants to come on, talk to us. Let us know what he's thinking, what he's feeling. DMs are open.
Yeah.
So,
I'm sure we've already
you reach out to us.
it.
We'll reach out to you. I'm sure Kelsey probably already has. Yes. Oh man. All right. Well, give me some predictions for tonight, Kels. What are you thinking?
I'm gonna think 3-1. I think.
Okay.
I think Buffalo's going to start out strong, but I think obviously Flyers are going to come back at this point. Brian Elliott, like he had good moments, but then there was like other moments where I'm like, so yeah, I'm thinking 3-1. I'm gonna say, what are you getting?
I'll be right back.
Are you ordering something? This is our little intermission break at this point. Oh my goodness. Welcome
so I'm pretty
back.
sure I just got ding dong ditched, but okay.
Oh, nobody was there?
No, nothing.
I was gonna say, were you ordering food? Like
nope.
No package, nothing?
Nope.
Wow.
Very interesting.
That is. I just sat here and I started humming.
Great. Thanks for all you provide to the show. We really appreciate it.
You're welcome.
Oh man.
So my predictions.
Why didn't you just go with your predictions while I was gone?
Because I wanted you to hear them.
Oh, fair enough. All right.
Okay. I'm going to say JVR scores tonight. I'm going to say Jake Voracek scores tonight. And I'm going to go with Ivan again.
All right. Listen, I don't hate either of those. Don't hate either of them.
Thank you.
JVR makes me nervous because he's gone cold again.
I know. That's why I feel like if he scores tonight, he'll be back on fire.
I mean, look, I'm hoping for it. I am expecting another big game out of the veterans, though.
Yeah, that's why, I'm feeling like Voracek.
If there was ever a time for Voracek to start getting going again, it would be tonight.
And I think Claude has been doing a pretty good job, and even Coots too, with just keeping things flowing.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Brian Elliott in net tonight. I'm gonna go double or nothing here. 3-0. I'm gonna go with it.
All right.
I'm gonna go with the typical Flyers Bruin or Boston. Oh my God, Flyers Sabres typical score. My God, I'm looking ahead. I'm looking ahead to the Bruins games.
Getting really excited.
Anyway, I'm gonna go with a 3-0 Flyers over the Sabres because again, I will never pick against Flyers, and it's not the night. It's not the night that the Sabres end this losing streak. It can't be. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, it can't happen. I won't let it happen. Whatever I have to do, I will do it to make sure that we are not the team.
Do it to it. What's that? This is how.
Yeah, sure. Sounds right, I guess.
There's a song.
Man.
Oh my gosh. I can't think of it, but let me get back to it.
My goal scorers.
Yes, let's hear your goal scorers.
Gonna go with Kevin Hayes.
Ooh, Hazy.
Feel like he got one the other night. He's a streaky guy. So yeah. I could see him getting another one. And who else? Because why not? It would just be fitting for him to come in and do this. Eric Gustafsson. It would just make sense. It really would. Like, it would just make sense for him to come and score.
Yeah.
Because then more people would be like, "Oh, see, this we don't even need Ghost. Gustafson can do the same thing." No, he can't. He really can't. And third, fade Walsh, follow Kelsey. Hey, I was 3 for 3 the other night. By the way, the fade Walsh crowd was not happy. The fade Walsh crowd was very displeased with my winners on Monday night.
I mean, I was very impressed. I was like, "Wow, you got 3 out of the 4. Good for you."
I know. Third and final goal, Michael Raffle. Feel like he's kind of due.
Every time Raffle scores, like, Flyers win. So I don't mind that pick at all.
Well, I think the same thing is for with Kevin Hayes too. Mm-hmm. Yeah, every time he scores, the Flyers I think they only have like 1 or 2 losses.
Yeah.
I think.
But if you're not following the Flyers, or if you're not watching,
why wouldn't you be?
I mean, if you're not watching and you want to watch some AHL, the Phantoms are on TV tonight.
Good point.
The game started at 7. Zayd Wisdom almost had a goal, but apparently the ref blew the whistle as it was going into the net.
Freaking typical.
Yeah. And their McIntyre, the goaltender, is a new dad. His first game back. So, if you want to see a good team before the
turn on the NHL Network right now.
Yeah.
There you go. We will obviously be live tweeting during the game. Depending on how the game goes, we may do a post-game show. I only like to do the post-game shows when I'm angry. Or if I feel like there needs to be something to say.
He's in his feels.
Look, I'm hoping it's not the case tonight. I would like tonight to go just very smoothly. Nothing to worry about. Flyers, easy win. They coast through this one. That's what I want to see. Is it going to happen? Probably not, because the Flyers love to make everything difficult. But nonetheless, we will be live tweeting. So make sure you're following us at ginger_thread. You can follow me at Keith_Walsh18. Follow Branded Sports. They make it all possible at Brandon_sports. Follow Kelsey at What Kelsey's New. I will have a blog up shortly about Cam York and his signing. So keep an eye out for that. And one of us will be live tweeting during the game. Not quite sure who yet. But we will figure it out. Make sure you're following us. Let's go Flyers. Kels, anything?
Let's go Flyers.
All right. There you go. See you guys maybe Saturday.